Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, Barakatah. Double honors to the elders and apostles and the righteous men of great millstone who teach us this truth and in righteousness and sincerity and in brotherly love. Salutations to the hopeful elect, the 144,000 men of Yasharallah and the one-third men, women, and children of Yasharallah. Shalom. This is your brother Shamya coming back at you one more time from the GMS Helena, Montana camp. And I just want to do this quick lesson real quick, Akim. I was looking at the movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Um, you know, yeah, I'm just one of those guys that, like, cartoons and you know, animated movies and stuff. When I grew up, I watched all those Disney movies and stuff, and The Little Mermaid and Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse and you know, and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, how about Shemel Shai had the spirit jump on me to look at the movie Snow White. Now, the movie Snow White was actually Walt Disney's first full length animated movie. That was his first one. This movie was the animated movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It was made back in 1937. And yeah, how about Shemel Shai had the spirit jump on me to look at this movie, but I was looking into the details and I was paying a lot of attention to Snow White and the Prince, Prince Florian. Now, what I did was I did some research, and what I did was I looked up the ages for these two Disney characters, and this is what I came up with. Um, so what I did was I typed in how old was Snow White, and it says she was 14. Okay, so she was 14. Then I looked up how old was Prince Florian, and this is what it says. In Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Snow White meets a handsome prince after he overhears her singing in the woods. When she poisoned when she's poisoned by her evil stepmother, the prince comes along and kisses her to wake her up. In the film, Snow White was 14 and Prince Florian was 31. Now wait a second. Now, in in today's standards, this would be considered statutory rape. Having sex with a minor. See, this is one of Esau's laws, you know what I'm saying? But of course, with our customs and the righteous laws that Yahweh Shem Shai gave to us, we knew that uh, we can have a young maid, a young girl of marriageable age, of course. That means that she's ready to have children. Okay? Um, but yeah, this fucking place gotta go, man. It's like, when the Lord put the spirit on us to look these things up, we just start to just realize, like, man, this bullshit. This place, this is a wicked ass place, man. This kingdom is wicked. But it says, yeah, so Snow White was 14 and Prince Florian, he was 31. Okay? So I don't want to make this lesson too long. I'm gonna just hit the points and just prove, like, this is scriptural, how uh, young girls of marriageable age, they actually were married off to older men. Okay, this is all scriptural. So what I want to do real quick is I want to go to the book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 38. Now, this is in the New Testament. Luke, chapter 1 and verse 38. Okay? Luke, chapter 1 and verse 38. Okay? And it reads, first I'm going to start at verse 37. It says, for with Yahweh, now this is in the New Testament. Luke chapter 1 and verse 37. For with Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, nothing shall be impossible. Verse 38. And Mary, now this was an Israelite, a Hebrew Israelite. This was Yahweh Shai's mother. Okay. And Mary said, behold, the handmaid. Now we got to make sure we keep on this word handmaid. And Mary said, behold, the handmaid of the Lord, be it unto me according to thy word. And the angel departed from her. So Mary basically said that whatever you want me to do, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, I'm going to do it. Okay? That's why when we read this same verse in Luke chapter 1 and verse 38, an understandable version, it says this. And Mary said, here I am, the Lord's slave girl. Okay? So she was basically saying, I am a servant of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? She says, here I am, the Lord's slave girl, the Lord's servant girl. See, Mary was a girl. You know? She was around the same age as Snow White from the movie. You know, 13, 14 years old. She was a young girl. Okay? It says, let it happen to me according to what you say. So she knew that this thing that the Lord was telling her, she said, okay, whatever you say, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, I'm going to do it. Okay? Then the angel left her. Now, I looked up this word virgin, you know, just so you know, a lot of simple-minded ass fools out there that get simple. So I looked this word virgin up in the online etymology dictionary. This is a supplement tool that Elder Uriah of the Great Millstone Chicago camp had taught us to, you know, use and stuff too. Online etymology, okay? And it goes into the original way how they were using words. It goes into the year the word was, you know, invented and everything like that. Because a lot of these words that they use today is you know, newspeak, and they don't use it the way they originally used it. But anyway, it says for the word virgin, it says unwedded girl, because the word virgin can mean also that a woman that has never had sexual relations with a man, or it could just mean just a young woman, a young girl, virgin, unwedded girl, a marriable girl, a young unmarried woman. Okay? Lass, maid. Okay? And that's what that means. So, you know, just the regular definition for the word girl is a young unmarried woman, a lass, a maid. Okay? So now let's go to, so we know that Mary was a young girl, okay, of marriageable age. So now let's go to the book of Genesis 24 and 16. Genesis 24. Genesis 24 and verse Genesis 24 and verse 16. And it reads, I'm going to start at verse 15. And it says, and it came to pass before he had done speaking that, behold, Rebekah, and then this is Isaac's wife, okay? Rebekah came out, who was born to Bethuel, son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, with her pitcher upon her shoulder. Verse 16, and the damsel, this is the word damsel, okay, handmaid, word damsel. And the damsel was very fair, which is beautiful. So when Yahweh Shem Shai said that this young girl, this damsel, this handmaid was fair, she was fine, beautiful. And the damsel was very fair to look upon, a virgin. Neither had any man known her, and she went down to the well and filled her pitcher and came up. Now I'm going to read this Genesis 24:16 in a New Living Translation. Genesis 24 and verse 16. Real quick. Genesis 24:16. It reads, okay, verse 15. Before he had finished praying, he saw a young woman named Rebekah coming out with her water jug on her shoulder. She was the daughter of Bethuel, who was the son of Abraham's brother Nahor, and his wife Milcah. Verse 16. Rebekah was very beautiful, and old enough to be married. She was a young girl old enough to be married. Okay? But she was still a virgin. So she was old enough to be married. Marriageable age. Okay? So then in Genesis 24:16, in the Berean Study Bible, this is what it says. It says, now the girl was very beautiful, a virgin who had not had relations with any man. I'm going to read it again. Genesis 24:16, Berean Study Bible. Now the girl, so Rebekah was a girl, just like Mary, a young girl, was very beautiful, a virgin who had not had relations with any man. And there you go. Okay? And it's all through the scriptures. A lot of the women, these young women, they were young girls, of marriageable age. Okay? Now who else were young girls too? Let's look up these two individuals, Zilpah and Bilhah. They were girls too. Okay? Handmaids. Let's go to Genesis 29 and 24. Genesis 29. Genesis 29 and 24. Let's read. Genesis 29, start at verse 24. It says, and Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah, his maid, for an handmaid. So this is talking about Zilpah. We jump down to verse 29, and it reads, and Laban gave to Rachel his daughter Bilhah, his handmaid, to be her maid. So we got Bilhah, and we got verse 24, Zilpah. So let's look into these two individuals. Let's go to let's look up the word handmaids, because they were handmaids. The word handmaid, I went to the Blue Letter, Strong's Concordance, H8198 for handmaid. It says maid, maid servant, slave girl. Slave girl. They were both girls, young girls. Okay? Bilhah was a girl. Zilpah was a girl. Rebekah was a girl. Mary was a girl. Okay? Just like Snow White, she was a young girl in the movie. Now let's see who else. Let's look up this other individual, Hagar. She was a girl too. Let's go to Genesis chapter 16. Genesis 16. Let's go to Genesis 16 and verse 1. Okay? And it reads, now Sarai, Abraham's wife, bare him no children, and she had an handmaid, and the word handmaid again, an Egyptian whose name was Hagar. Okay? So, again, I did this, Genesis 16 and 1. In an International Standard Version, it reads, Now Abram's wife Sarai had not borne a child for him. She had an Egyptian servant girl whose name was Hagar. So Hagar was a young girl too. See, the thing about it is this. See, this is why the Yahweh Shem Yahushai set this up so beautifully, because when a woman has reached the age where she starts to have her period, when she starts to menstruate, her body is ready. That's her body letting her know that she is ready to bear children. And usually a young girl reaches uh starts to menstruate, starts to have her period at around 12. So that's when a young girl is a woman. But see, they don't teach this the right way to young women. So everything is just out of order. The Lord said, roughly paraphrasing, they have turned things upside down. This place is upside down. Okay. Verse 16. Chapter Genesis 16 and verse 1. It says, Now Sarah, Abram's wife, bare him no children, and she had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. So she was a young girl too. Okay. So this is I looked up Hagar. Strong's Concordance H1904. It says Sarah's Egyptian slave girl, Abraham's concubine, Ishmael's mother. Okay? And there you go. Now let's see who else. Let's go to another let's go to 1 Kings 1 and 3. See another individual. Look up another account. Okay? Because all these young girls, these women of young women, damsels, handmaids, virgins, like I said, there are a couple of definitions for the word virgin. It can be a woman who has never had sexual relations with a man, or it can just mean a young woman of marriageable age. Okay, so this is 1 Kings chapter 1. And like I said, we just hitting the points, okay? 1 Kings chapter 1. And I'm going to start at verse 1. 1 Kings chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, Now this is King David, the king of Israel. He was a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Now King David was old and stricken in years. So this is an account where he was old and he was stricken. Okay. And they covered him with clothes, but he got no heat. Verse 2. Wherefore his servants said unto him, Let there be sought for my lord the king a young virgin, and let her stand before the king, and let her cherish him, and let her lie in thy bosom, that my lord the king may get heat. Verse 3. So they sought for a fair damsel, the word damsel, a handmaid, okay, throughout all the coast of Israel, and found Abishag. Let's see what it's talking about when it's dealing with this individual, Abishag, a Shunammite, and brought her to the king. And the damsel was very fair, so she was beautiful, and cherished the king, and ministered to him, but the king knew her not. Okay, so the king, King David, he didn't have sex with her, because he was old, he was up there in age. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to look this up in the New Living Translation. 1 Kings. Okay, we're gonna read the same account in the New Living Translation, 1 Kings chapter 1 and verse 1. Okay. Now the title right here says David in his old age. Okay. It says, King David was now very old, and no matter how many blankets covered him, he could not keep warm. So his advisers told him, "Let us find a young virgin to wait on you and look after you, my lord. She will lie in your arms and keep you warm." So they searched throughout the land of Israel for a beautiful girl. A beautiful girl. And they found Abishag. So Abishag was a girl. She was a young girl, a young damsel. They found Abishag from Shunem and brought her to the king. The girl was very beautiful. Ooh, the girl was very beautiful. And she looked after the king and took care of him, but the king had no sexual relations with her. So wait a second. King David was old in this account. He was an old man. But yet they searched out Israel to find this young, beautiful girl so that she can uh lay in his arms. I mean, yeah, lay in his arms and keep him warm. Why did they go out and search for a beautiful young girl? See, in these days that we live in this society that we live in, they would say this is like some pedophile shit, some statutory rape shit. It's like this place is fucking out of order and it's just gone. Okay, I'm gonna read it again. It says, King David was now very old, and no matter how many blankets covered him, he could not keep warm. So his advisors told him, "Let us find a young virgin to wait on you and look after you, my lord. She will lie in your arms and keep you warm." So she laid in the arms of King David. She was a beautiful young girl. You know, she was young and beautiful skin and soft and tender and delicate. What man wouldn't want a beautiful, untouched young girl of marriageable age? What man wouldn't want that? But of course, we live in a society where we have to, hide like, well, hey, Akim, I'm gonna say something. I work at Walmart. When I work at Walmart, there always are these little, well, they teeny boppers or, these young girls that always come in, that's checking me out, that's jocking me. But of course, we live in a society it's like, well, look, they'll say, well, no, she's too young. That's what they say. But the question is this: why is it that these young girls they are drawn or they are just you can see it, they're naturally attracted to older men? Now they I mean, naturally when you look at something that you like, the eyes don't lie. You look at, okay, I like what I see. But the but these young girls, they are attracted to older men. And why is it that older men are attracted to younger women, to younger girls? Why is that? Well, we know why, but because we know it's like, as a woman, what man wants a saggy ass, what man wants a woman that has been with multiple men? Her vagina is stretched to all hell. She's been with multiple men. She's defiled. You know, she's bugged out. Got a lot of demons on her. But then when you're dealing with a young girl of marriageable age, according to the scriptures, According to the law, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, a woman that has never been touched by a man, which is what we read. What man wouldn't want that? I want that. I want a young maiden, a young damsel, according to the Bible, because we know we can't do that right now in this kingdom. But in the kingdom to come, we will have that. And then we will have these young virgins according to the law of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. In this society we live in, we can't do that here. Because they will put us in jail. They'll put us under the jail, especially Jay. But that's what the Israelite man, or especially the Israelite man that's in his right mind, that's in his truth, that knows the truth, that's what he would want. He would want a young damsel, a young handmaid, a young virgin that has never been touched by a man, that is of marriageable age, that is ready to bear children. That's what every man wants. A lot of men try to hide and lie to themselves like, no, that's what every man wants. Just like that is every young woman that's in her right mind. Every young girl, every young damsel wants an older man to take care of them the right way. And I'm gonna wrap it up. But before I wrap it up, I wanted to with Abishag. This is the concordance for Abishag. Blue Letter Bible, Strong's H49. Okay, it says David's beautiful young nurse. Okay, and there you go. Abishag, Zilpah, Bilhah, Hagar, Rebecca, Mary. All of these were young maidens, young girls. See, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai set this up very good. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai knew what he was doing. The Lord don't make no mistakes. Everything that Yahweh Shema Shai does is righteous and perfect. But that's, like I said, that's why we got to get out this place, because this place is through, and we know it's through. Okay, so we ain't got that much time left in this kingdom. Akim and Aqua. The Lord is about to destroy this fucking place and set things back in order. The kingdom is at hand. Okay, our big brother Yahweh Shai is coming back, and he's going to save Israel and take us home. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, Akim. I'm very thankful that the Lord allowed me to do this wonderful lesson. It's beautiful. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, Barakatah. Double honors to the elders and apostles and the righteous men of Great Millstone who teach us this truth and in righteousness and sincerity and in brotherly love. We almost out of here, Akim. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing this truth. And let's continue to endure and continue to exalt and magnify and glorify Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, Barakatah, Kwam Yasharala, and Abad Babal. Shalom.